I just sit at this piano and I stare at the keys. And I stare at the keys and I play and I play and I play. And I do this every day. And I'll keep doing this as long as it takes. I'll keep doing this as many times as I have to until I can feel anything but guilt. Each time I make small variations, a different key, a different tempo, a different pedal. So A Wolf's Mother is about Kathleen Bauer, who is the mother of Charles Manson, that most people have heard of. Very few people have actually heard of Kathleen Bauer, and this is her story.
So yes, A Wolf's Mother is about Charles Manson's mother, and this is a sign that we use for Charles Manson. And again, everybody pretty much knows about Charles Manson's side of the story, but this tells a little more perspective about the mother's side and Kathleen and how she feels.
What do you want from me?
I don't know, Mom. Maybe your love for starters?
I'm not listening to this. I refuse.
Typical Kathleen. We circle back to love and she heads for the hills.
You know, when Charles comes knocking on Kathleen's door, she slams the door in his face, and they never saw each other again. And that was a true part of what had happened. But the story on stage basically talks about if Kathleen had let Charles in and how the story may have changed in real life. It's a really fascinating story. It's very cool.
So this play is a deaf hearing inclusive play. In other words, we are dual cast, meaning each character in the play has two actors, a hearing actor and a deaf actor. They share the same role. While the hearing actor is speaking the lines, the deaf actor is signing.
I like playing Nancy, but I'm not 5, and I like pretending to be her and acting. I would say some of the challenges this is my first time as an ASL consultant, and so I'm a little overwhelmed, but I'm excited and motivated and happy to be here. And I'm struggling with where people are on stage, because we need to make sure that when people are signing, the deaf audience members can see them. And the hearing actors can do some of the movement, but the goal is to make sure that really making sure that the tone of voice matches the emotions with the signs. And we really want to show the expressions and have the connection between the hearing actors and the actors that are using sign language.
I was at the office just now and I can't think. We need to talk about...
Hiya, Dad.
There's a lot of intrigue and a little mystery in it. And there's the conflict, and it's just a really strong show. It has a lot to say.
I agree that, this is a really great show and it's a strong show, and, having the dual roles, that doesn't happen very often. So it really includes both communities. So we hope everybody will come. Yes, I participated in Maxie Harrison last year. And there's a lot more movement in this show, and sort of a lot more crossing over. And you're right, it is darker and there's more challenging. There's more mystery and conflict, and it's a very kind of ironic, fascinating show.
I am a big history nerd, so I love anything to do with history, and I think this is going to sound really bad. I think that cults are really interesting in general, so I think it's pretty cool to do a show where I get to be a character who's actively in a cult.
If you're a fan of psychological thrillers, suspense, true crime, this is definitely a show to come see.
They should be prepared to be shocked. People should be prepared to be shocked for sure, because it's not what you'd expect.
I think people should just come with an open mind for the show.